Your child looks happy. They play, they laugh, they seem perfectly fine. But what if they're trying to tell you something, and you can't hear it yet? Most parents think speech delay only means a child isn't talking. But the earliest warning signs, the ones that actually matter most, often appear long before any word is even expected. And because they look so small, so normal, so harmless, almost every family misses them. Today, I'm going to show you 3 silent signs that your child may be struggling to communicate, signs that have nothing to do with talking. Before we go any further, I want to say something important. Every child develops at their own pace. Some children speak early, some speak late. A late-talking child does not automatically mean that something is seriously wrong. In fact, many children catch up completely, especially with early awareness and the right support. But here's where families struggle, a grandmother says. His father also talked late. A neighbor says, boys are always slower. A well-meaning friend says, don't worry, he'll talk when he's ready. These words feel comforting. But sometimes, they quietly delay the attention a child actually needs. This video is not here to scare you. It's here to help you notice what your child cannot explain. Because when communication struggles go unseen, frustration builds silently inside a child, and the window for early support slowly closes. 1. Limited gestures. Here's something most parents don't realize. Communication begins long before the first word. Watch a typical 10-month-old. They point at a dog outside the window. They hold up a toy to show you. They wave. They look back at your face to see if you noticed. These tiny moments aren't just cute. They are the foundation of language. Now imagine a child who skips these moments. Instead of pointing at water, he walks over and pulls your hand to the fridge. Instead of showing you his toy with excitement, he plays quietly, alone, without ever glancing back at you. Instead of waving goodbye, he just walks away. Parents often explain this away. He's just shy. She's independent. He doesn't like crowds. But limited gestures, especially the absence of pointing and shared attention, can be one of the earliest and most important silent signs that communication development is quietly struggling. And the next sign, even easier to overlook. 2. Weak understanding. Let me ask you something. Can your child follow simple instructions without you pointing or showing them what to do? Bring me your shoes. Go get your cup. Come here. For some children, these sentences are genuinely confusing. Not because they're stubborn or ignoring you, but because understanding language is harder than it looks. Here's what makes this sign so easy to miss. Children are remarkably good at reading routines and facial expressions. A child can appear to understand simply by watching your face, copying your actions, or responding to familiar patterns. So parents don't notice. They think everything is fine. But if your child consistently seems disconnected in new situations, doesn't respond reliably when their name is called, or needs gestures to follow even simple instructions, this is worth paying attention to. Quick note, if you haven't had your child's hearing checked recently, that's always a good first step. Now the third sign. This is the one most families wait the longest to act on. 3. No 2-word phrases by age 2. Around age 2, something important should start happening. Children begin to combine words. More juice. Mama, come. Big dog, no sleep. These aren't just cute phrases. They're proof that a child is learning how words connect, and that's a critical step in language development. But some children stay stuck. They may have 20 words, even 30 words, but they never put 2 together. The vocabulary grows slowly. The phrases don't come. And here's what happens next. The child wants to communicate. They have feelings, needs, ideas, but no way to express them. So the only option left is frustration. This is why tantrums often increase in children with speech delays, not because the child is poorly behaved, but because communication itself feels overwhelming and exhausting. Many parents wait, hoping it will pass, and sometimes it does. But when the pattern continues consistently beyond age 2, it's time to take it seriously. So why do so many families miss these signs? Because the early signs genuinely look normal. And we live in a world full of reassurance, from relatives, from social media, from our own fear of overreacting. One parent shares a video of their 2-year-old speaking in complete sentences. Another parent's child the same age barely says 10 words. And suddenly, you're caught between panic, and it's probably fine. But here's the truth. Early support does not label a child. It does not predict their future. It simply gives them a better chance during the years when the brain is most open to change. The earlier the support begins, the easier progress tends to be. If any of this felt familiar, here's where to start, and it's simpler than you think. First, observe calmly. Watch how your child communicates during everyday moments, meals, bath time, and play. Do they point? Do they look back at you? Do they try to share things with you? Patterns matter more than single moments. Second, reduce passive screen time. Screens cannot teach language the way humans can. Real back-and-forth conversation, even with a baby who can't respond yet, builds language faster than any video or app. Third, talk with your child, not just to them. Narrate what you're doing. Now we're washing hands. The water is warm. Read books together. Describe what you see on walks. You don't need a program, you just need presence. Fourth, trust your instincts. If something feels off, speak to your pediatrician. Ask for a hearing check. Request a speech-language evaluation if needed. Asking for help is not overreacting. It is one of the most loving things a parent can do. Speech delay is rarely loud at first. It shows up in quiet moments, a gesture that never came, a name that went unanswered, a phrase that never followed the first word. And because these signs feel so small, so ordinary, most families don't notice until communication becomes genuinely hard for the child. But noticing early is not the same as panicking. It's simply choosing to listen differently, before your child has the words to ask for help. Before you go, I have a question for you. When did your child say their first word? And did anything surprise you about how they communicated before that? Tell me in the comments. Your experience might be exactly what another parent needs to read today. If this video helped you, share it with one parent who might need it. And subscribe for more honest, research-backed content on child development and early parenting.